I had a long day at work. I came home, opened the Twitter, and I see this bullshit. I feel like every time I go to online, especially social media, I feel like I'm getting dumber. You know, I feel like I'm getting dumber. So we have DDG, who is a big streamer, YouTuber, and a rapper, saying that $10 million isn't enough to sustain you for a lifetime, and most people will be broke by 50. Think about it. If you get $10 million, you will be broke in few decades. Think about it. Let's take a listen what he actually said.
10 M's for the rest of your entire life is not enough money. Let's debate, please. I would love to get canceled about this. I stand on it forever.
Cancelled? Why would you get cancelled by that comment? What was that?
Ever, okay? It don't have nothing to do with me being a rapper. It don't have nothing to do with me wanting nice shit. It don't have nothing to do with none of that shit, nigga. I'm trying to tell you niggas, bro, it ain't enough. Argue with your granny, nigga. Argue with your granny. If I gave you 10 M's right now and said that's all you gonna have for the rest of your fucking life, you be broke by 50.
It's funny that he says that, hey, argue with your granny. Your granny retired and never seen a fucking $10 million. The grannies, aka the boomer generation, retired very comfortably. They are happy, they are lit, and they have never even made a fraction of that. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? And it's funny because he says that, oh, it's not about wanting a nice shit. Come on. Come on, your jewelry right there cost more than my yearly salary. Like, what are we talking about here? You know? If we actually look at how much interest will $10 million earn for you. So if you put a $10 million in a savings account, it would get you about $7,000 to $42,000 per year. Okay, so think about it. That's more than most people's yearly salary. You get $42,000 a year just off that interest. Think about it. You can live off just off that. That's it. And if you actually put in, like, you know, good funds that actually make you a ton of money, interest rates can get high as 4.25%. So you would get yearly $425,000. You never need to even touch that $10 million in your fucking lifetime. How the hell you can spend almost $500,000 and still continue to spend that $10 million and end up broke? How is that possible? Like, what are we talking about? Like, mathematically, it doesn't make any sense. Because people's yearly salary is like $42,000 a year. So if you get that and even more, you probably will get over $100,000 from just interest. So you are already making 2-3 times more than your salary just off that interest. How the hell you can still end up broke? It makes no sense. Unless you spend on nice shit. These rich people live in a different reality. Dude, if I get $1 million, forget about 10 million. If I get $1 million, I would be fucking the happiest man in the world. I would just live off that interest. I will not even spend that $1 million. I will not never even use it. I will just live off that interest. That interest would be enough for me to do whatever I need to do in my life. You know, it's not like I would go out there and buy a fucking Lamborghini. I would just save the money to pay off my student loans, and then I would use that money to do extra stuff that I need, travel and stuff like that. I will never need to stress about money anymore. You know, I would pay off my student loans. Like, dude, that would be amazing. Just off $1 million. Forget about 10. Dude, these rich people are living in a whole another reality. And I believe the reason why they say stuff like that, even though it mathematically doesn't make any sense, you just can calculate. You can make like over $100,000 a year just off interest. So how the hell you can get broke? So you can just calculate, you know what I'm saying? So these kind of comments doesn't make any sense. But I think the reason is that these people have been rich for a long time. I think DDG is pretty young, and he has been successful from very young age. So he didn't really get to live in a reality for a long time. So the 20s to 30s or even longer is when you actually like struggle, you actually go through life, you try to get a job, you become unemployed, you figure it out. Like, life is pretty tough, you know, so these people skip that struggle part, which is good thing. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. I think this is a great, like, congrats to him. Like, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for people that figure this out in this fucked up society that we live in. So good for him. But I think he never lived in an actual reality. He lives in a like rich reality. So he doesn't understand what everyday people go through, because how the fuck you can know that because you never actually experience it. That's why you see like a lot of streamers say like, oh, 9 to 5 jobs are like easy or whatever, because they never actually worked in a real 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of these like streamers have skipped that part of getting like education and actually working, trying to figure out their life. They just become super rich very, very early. So they never get to live in a real reality that most people live in. That's why they say comments like this, like $10 million is not enough, or 95 jobs are fucking easy. Yeah, anyway, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this. Click the subscribe button if you guys haven't. And by the way, if you actually wanna see a test subject, yeah, you can send me the $10 million. Forget about 10 million. Send me 100,000 and I would be fucking happy. Like 10 million, like what? What? These people are insane, man.